Hey, I'm Jillian Rose Reed, and I've been obsessed with design my entire life. Now I invite you to tag along as I explore some seriously unconventional spaces. We're talking everything from container homes to cutting-edge 3D printed marvels, architectural tree houses, a mini hobbit home, and much, much more, all with its own unique vibe. I'm on a mission to find out what makes living in the extraordinary so irresistible. This is Alt Home. Innovation comes in many forms, but with homes, the possibilities are endless. I'm about to explore an architectural treehouse built in the 1960s with a nod to the future. Whew, is everyone okay? That was a lot of steps. Just me? Okay. Oh my gosh. I was about to walk through that front door, but before I do that, I think we should all go take a look at this view. This is absolutely incredible. Come on.
Hello.
Hi, Piper. Thank you so much for having me. Can I come in?
Oh, I am so happy that you came by.
I've never been in a treehouse before. Is there a password?
No, you can just come right on in.
Yes, I can't wait to see everything.
I can't wait to show it to you. Come have a seat. Let me tell you about the house.
Wow, I gotta say, I feel kind of honored to be here. Not only have I never been in a treehouse, but this is like a mid-century dream, and my heart is just swooning. I have so many questions, but let's start with the original house. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, so when I bought it, I actually didn't know very much about it at all. All I knew was that the architect was Raul Garduno, but I didn't know very much about him. And then I heard that it was a school project, that they were still students, and that they built it essentially like as a final project to be able to launch their careers.
And then you came in and bought it when?
In 2015.
So what initially drew you to this home?
I think as everyone who comes to this house, the first thing that draws you to it is the view. And even in the state that it was in, you could tell that it was like a really unusual house. And then, over time, I got to kind of like Nancy Drew figure out like what was original or things that were really weird. Essentially, it was kind of like an amazing art project.
Yeah, well, you did a fantastic job of making the home feel lived in and old but modern at the same time. So I'm curious, is there anything in this home that is original?
Oh, well, most of the home is original but restored.
So cool.
So, and I agree with you. You know, I think a lot of people don't like modernism because they see it as like very cold.
Yes.
And actually, when you look at a lot of these buildings, they were built to be very warm and to like interact with nature. Mm-hmm. This house, for instance, Garduno designed it around a bunch of trees. And so originally there were trees coming up through the decks in the bedroom and off the living room and everything. And so it was designed with nature involved in it, and he didn't do big retaining walls. He didn't carve out any of the hillside. And I think people don't associate that with modernism.
Piper, I have so many questions, but I want to see the rest of this home. Can you give me a little tour?
Oh, I would love to.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Tell me everything about this incredible kitchen.
Well, it's interesting because it actually was one of those things where I felt like they did it right the first time.
Oh.
And I think people really like to fully tear out a kitchen and start from scratch. Oh. And I really did just feel like, well, okay, the cabinetry needs a lot of maintenance, but it just needs to be refinished. You know, it's solid walnut. And
so these are original?
Yeah, they're all original cabinetry. And you know, the appliances are new, but they're all in the place where, you know, Garduno originally had them laid out. And it's very efficient and it makes sense. There's never a point where you're like, well, I wish that this was here and that was there.
I'm very curious about this room behind me. I see a lot of beauty, I see a lot of green, I see a lot of color-coded books. Can we go over there?
Yes, of course.
Okay, show me the way.
So this room was originally intended to be the den.
Okay.
But I wanted to have a separate dining room, and I wanted it to feel very cozy. And so as soon as I saw this room with the George Nelson shelving,
Which was here.
Wow. Which is just like such a gift. Yeah. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, this would be the most amazing place to eat. And I wanted it to feel like a home and not a museum. And I wanted it to be very like warm and lived in feeling and not feel like a designer showroom of, mid-century furniture.
Oh, you certainly accomplished that. The space is so gorgeous. If you look at the old pictures of what this house originally was, you'll see that Piper did such an incredible job infusing old and new. This house feels like a touch of the past, but it also has so much of her in it. There's family memorabilia, there's art from family members. It's just a space that feels so full of love. Okay. I have so many questions, but first, I think I need to take a moment of silence for the tile in the bathroom.
Oh.
Hold my hand.
I'm so glad you like it.
It's a
It's my
beautiful moment.
favorite thing in the house.
It's so cool.
I
The
love it.
colors. Oh, it's just amazing. Tell me about the bathroom. What did you have to do in there?
So the bathroom, it was very obvious when I bought the house that nothing was original and everything was kind of off the shelf, in really bad shape. And it was very cramped, and so I pushed out the wall so that you could have a separate bath and shower. And then when I first kind of was like investigating in there was a big piece of cardboard that was taped to the wall above the tub, and when I pulled off the cardboard, it had just rotted, and you could see down to the ground, like all the way down.
Oh no!
Yeah. So it was in bad shape. Like the house was in very, very bad shape.
Can I check out the primary suite?
Please,
Yes.
follow me.
Okay.
Oh, I've got to show you this. This is super fun. So this light fixture is original to the house, and it's magnetic. And I love how like 1960s it is. I mean, it's clearly was inspired by like a space helmet. And I don't know why they don't make magnetic lights anymore.
It's really amazing to see how innovative they were in the 60s when they built this home. Stepping in is almost like you're stepping back in time, but you're also seeing the future. I mean, they have magnetic lights. Wow, what a beautiful space. I immediately feel calm being in here.
Isn't it so calming? A lot of architecture students at USC at that time were very inspired by Japanese design. And so like the shoji screens are original, and he had them made by a craftsman in Little Tokyo.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I wanted to kind of play that up with the wallpaper.
I noticed that.
As well.
It's absolutely beautiful. And now that I've turned around, I can't help but notice what looks like a bathtub outside. Please show me this bathtub.
It's pretty great.
Wow, what is this space?
Isn't this neat? It's like your own little private courtyard. And once again, then you're around nature. This was the deck that had the big pine tree growing, which would have been incredible to sit out here. Also, have the bath, also look at the pine tree, would have been just so nice.
Wow, well, it is absolutely stunning. And I have to ask, can I get in it?
I think that's cool.
Let's get in the tub. Oh my gosh, the birds are chirping, the sun is setting, the Hollywood sign is behind me. You could not ask for anything more in a house. This is one of those properties that I think will stay with me for a very long time. Piper did such an incredible job of making this house feel like a home and bringing the old things back to life. It is so innovative. There are so many incredible spaces, really from top to bottom. This home is incredible, but I gotta say, that bathtub, it's calling my name. Oh yeah, I could get used to this. They say the children are the future, and now I can see why. Welcome to LA's first 3D printed solar home, made by the students and faculty at the Distinguished Architectural Program here at Woodbury University. Kishani?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Jillian.
Nice to meet you, Jillian. Welcome to the Solar Futures House.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely incredible. Ah, I am standing in a 3D printed house. What? I have so many questions, but first I would love to just hear about you guys and what is your title and what is your role in building this spectacular home.
I'm Kishani De Silva. I'm a professor here and was the lead faculty on this project as part of this Department of Energy Solar Decathlon, and this is Jade
I'm Jade
Royer.
Royer. I graduated last year from Woodbury University, and I was one of the students who worked on this house.
My first instinct is I feel like I need to touch the walls. Can I touch the walls?
Feel free.
They feel like walls. Okay, I think I gotta ask the biggest question. How the heck did you do this?
We used a 3D printer to do all the walls of the house with a green concrete infill inside, and it took 3 days to build it.
It took 3 days to
But that's
build?
not the craziest part.
What's the craziest
It
part?
took only 12 hours to do it. The reason why it took 3 days, which is considered as long, is because we had to wait for the concrete to dry.
This property is incredible. Oh my gosh, blowing my mind. Do you guys understand the thing about the printer? Can you put that into perspective? Is that like a printer the size of a car or a house, or what does that actually mean?
It's just the fact that you've got 4 columns that sort of span the outside of this house. So
Okay.
if this house was smaller, it would span a smaller area. So it's kind of, it depends on the footprint of the house, and the 4 columns were the columns of the printer, and we call it a gantry system, which kind of the print head goes up and down, printing the concrete.
Oh my gosh, I was so happy to meet Kishani and Jade. I don't think I've ever met people that were that smart. Can you guys show me around?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Okay, so now we're in the kitchen. Tell me about this beautiful space.
It was to really understand the issue of housing. So it could really convert into different uses. It could be just a single student, it could be for a young couple. And so it's very flexible and adaptive in that sense.
And I know it's one big room, but with the curve of the wall over here and the curve of this wall behind us, it does really feel like you guys sectioned off the kitchen. And so there is this little like kitchen nook that feels separate from the house, which I think is really special in a space that is smaller.
It was really intentional that the ceiling height was taller because the interior space is only roughly just a little over 400 square feet.
Wow.
But when you're in here, you don't really feel that because that was part of the design strategy.
And the reason why the kitchen is also separated is, well, to have different spaces and also to make it more efficient when it comes to sustainability, because the kitchen wall is against the mechanical room and next to it there's the bathroom. And so to have all the plumbing, electrical area all in one space.
Can I see the bathroom? Oh, wow. This is so spacious. Okay, this is a bathroom I can definitely see myself getting ready in. The bathroom is such an interesting space. It's basically just one giant wet room. If you turn on the shower, it goes right onto the floor. You also have a toilet and your laundry room in there. So it's like this all-encompassing wet room place that I would for sure want to get ready in. This home is such an incredible example of green architecture, but I can imagine there's some secret sustainability features that you can't see by just looking at it. So give me all the good stuff.
So for example, in the mechanical room, there's a gray water filter that filters the water from the shower to go to the toilet bowl. There is a water tank outside that's capturing as much water as possible from the rain.
All right, we've covered a lot. I think I understand the printer. I definitely understand the amazing sustainability features, but I still have a few more questions. Well, I'm completely blown away by the inside of this home. Before I leave, is there anything I should know about the outside?
Absolutely.
Let's go look. Looking at this property from the outside is just as incredible on the inside. I mean, I can see the solar panels, the incredible design of the roof. Can you tell me more about that?
So one of the roofs, the higher roof, there's a rainwater harvesting system. So the higher roof captures the rainwater and directs it to a rainwater barrel for irrigation purposes, and the lower roof captures the rainwater and takes it into a planter system. So these were all kind of our sustainability strategies in terms of saving water.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible and just so smart. Thank you guys for showing me everything.
Thank you very much.
This is the epitome of an alt home. I can't wait to see what comes next. This next home really took it all the way, but you would never know it by this unassuming exterior. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Jillian.
Hi, Jillian. I'm Kim Ben.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Chris Suarez. We're the realtors representing the Bernardi house.
I gotta tell you guys, I cannot wait to see this property.
Great. Come on in.
It's so interesting because when you drive up to this home, the exterior is really unassuming, but then you open the front gate and wow, you're just hit with this explosion of color and creativity. It's amazing. Okay, I think I need a moment to take this all in. I'm immediately noticing so many incredible features, this beautiful arched ceiling, this incredible table, the wood on all of the walls. I kind of feel like I'm living inside of a really fancy rainbow.
So David, the owner, David Bernardi, wanted something unique. And he did not want an ordinary house, so he found somebody who could design this. And the designer is Fritz Haig, and he's noteworthy because he's done some crazy stuff. And this is just a beautiful expression of his artistic vision.
I think some of the more unique things is David wanted built-in furniture, not only in this room, but everywhere throughout the house.
There's literally built-in furniture in every room, from the seating areas to the bed to the bathroom. It's everywhere you look, and it is really something to marvel over. Can you talk to me a little bit about the use of color? I mean, we haven't gone in too far, but I can see that it seems like each room is a different color theme.
The orange and the greens, some of the colors are supposed to mirror the setting sun. So as the sun sets on this house with this iconic LA view of the Hollywood sign and the Griffith Park Observatory, you also get the light and the texture and the colors all come to life. And I think that's about to happen while you're here. So hopefully you get to see that.
I cannot wait to see. Can we check out more of the home?
Let's go.
Great. I am just blown away. It's really interesting that when they designed this house, they actually designed an orange room made for me. It really does feel like it is alive. I mean, The woodwork is just incredible. The bookcases both here and built into this amazing couch that comes out of the wall. And I mean, let's not even talk about the picture window yet, because oh my gosh, it must take somebody very artistic to live in a place like this, you know?
Fritz built this room, designed it specifically for lounging. That's the design of the room. And the furniture is designed as what are called seating terrains. And they're designed to relax to read. They're designed to relax to lounge or to take a nap. These pieces of the furniture are glue lamps. So they're made out of plywood that's glued together, and they're actually removable. So you can set cocktails on them, but that's what this room is designed for, is for lounging.
Also noticing, as the sun is setting here in Los Angeles, this room is doing some very fun things with light and color as the sun sets. Can you talk about this incredible view?
This is interesting. So the color of this room kind of accidentally we stumbled upon this time of night. We were doing some filming, and we were filming outside, and we were setting up the shot outside in the sunset. And we all just looked at it, and it's about to happen. It happens around 8:15, and then the lights of the observatory go on, and you can see the Hollywood sign, and just the colors change, and they just become so vibrant. And it's a special time of night. This room, the sweet spot is dusk, and I think we're gonna get to see that.
Well, this room is my favorite so far, but I'm seeing a lime-colored kitchen that I think I need to go check out. Can we go over there?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Those curved doors make me feel like I'm having a European summer. And I just noticed as I walked in, we mirrored the same curve here on the exterior of the house. That is really special.
Yeah, this is a really unique design. A lot of people that have seen this house and the elevation from the back know this house because it's so unique. But it also, from inside the house, you get this amazing view. And like this room is kind of like a morning room because of the colors, and that's kind of when this is special. So you can like kind of have your coffee here and look at that. And it's
I mean, this room is bright yellow, right? So this is like the definition of waking up happy.
Yeah.
I want to make eggs here every morning and look at this view and experience this beautiful color. Do you guys like the yellow?
Love the yellow.
Yeah.
Love the yellow.
You just like my pants. I think I wish that you had these.
The kitchen has a nice industrial feel to it as well. All the cupboards out of stainless steel, the dishwasher mirrors the appliances, but we do feel looking out the window while you're eating with all the geometric curves and shapes, it's really an enjoyable place.
Well, this is an absolutely to die for kitchen, but I'm interested in seeing the primary suite. Can you guys take me along?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Obviously, the first thing you notice when you walk into the primary bedroom is that we continue this incredible view. But I also noticed that the colors feel a little bit more muted down here. Is there a reason for that?
So the designer kept upstairs really bright and playful and full of color. And as we descend downstairs, the intention was to make it more muted and peaceful as your place that we're resting and sleeping. What they did continue with coming downstairs, as you'll see, is the built-in furniture. So here we have the built-in bed, bed frame, and the storage.
Wow. I also noticed something else in this room that I didn't see in the other rooms, which is there is a design happening on the wall with paint. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that's deliberate. So he wanted this to be calm, and that's the muted color, and he also wanted to integrate it with this hillside. So the silhouette of the mountain is kind of mirrored in the paint. And this continues in the bathroom, but this time instead of with the different colors, it's a different texture. So you're gonna have like concrete and wood and plaster. So
That's our cue to go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh, this space is absolutely incredible, and I can definitely see what you mean by how he continued this curvature with this stone. This is absolutely gorgeous.
I think like the view, obviously, the silhouette, the textures, the concrete, it really connects to nature, and I think that's really an important aspect of his design element.
Oh, and I can feel that through the entire home, especially in some of the spaces that have the brighter colors. The wood throughout the home really warms the place up. I'm noticing, as I look out this window, there is a very gorgeous pool outside. Can we go see it?
There is. Let's do
Let's
it.
go see the pool. Okay, well, now that I've seen the pool, I've decided I'm definitely moving in because this is absolutely gorgeous. What a perfect representation of modern innovation. Everything from the oval infinity pool to the curves of the actual house. And you get this splash of color with these windows. You can really tell what's going on inside the home from the outside. This is really spectacular.
Yeah, I think that the pool, the view, the texture, the color, the dark color of the pool really adds to that whole silhouette effect. Then you have the rear elevation, which is probably the most architecturally noteworthy design element.
It is absolutely stunning, and I feel so lucky to have been able to see a place like this. Thank you guys for showing me around.
Thank you for coming.
It's really enjoyable. Thank you so much for coming out today.
I love this house. I cannot say enough good things about this house. I was so excited to come and see this house, and it sucks for them because now I'm never leaving. So, welcome home.